What is going on, guys? My name's Tefty. Welcome to Dank Talk number 23, the one about E3 with all the goodies and fantastic stuff and games released. And we got BlueWestlo here.
Welcome!
And VersusTheStream.
Hello, hello.
Oh my God, guys. E3 happened. It came and went. It's gone.
It came everywhere, all over. I'm not even
It was
worried
messy.
about cleaning the mess up because I just want to swim in it. Just swim in all that. It was so good.
It was some hot sticky.
It was so good. And before we talk about like all the conferences and all the games, stuff like that, other than like it was really good, but it was odd because I noticed the production value this year was really odd. A lot of people had issues with microphones, a lot of issues with switching scenes. It seemed very unprofessional this year for some reason, and it was like everyone. It wasn't just one person.
It's like every conference had issues.
Yeah, every conference, IGN's like coverage, Twitch's coverage, like everyone's coverage is so unprofessional in terms of quality. It was weird.
Twitch for Sony like had major audio problems.
Oh my God! Audio and buffering. The buffering too was insane.
I started watching Sony's on Twitch, and everyone on Twitter was just nonstop complaining about the issues. Like, oh, my stream's buffering, all this and that's that. Yeah. And I was like, I swap over to YouTube, and it's like, dude, like YouTube in 2017 has better quality than Twitch. Dude, like, what's going on?
YouTube was A1. The only thing with YouTube was that it's like a 30-second delay compared to Twitch. But the quality was so good.
It was worth
4K. Ugh.
4K streaming. Oh my God.
It just feels bad, man. All the Twitch crowd was like, damn, the one time that we actually get outdone by YouTube.
Right?
What a dark time.
It's every E3, honestly. Every E3 to get outdone because of that quality.
Dude,
but man.
You know what would be amazing if Twitch actually got YouTube servers one day? That would be...
Oh, the quality? Oh please. Like, Amazon, do this. Invest.
If you could stream it like, say, 15 megabit. Oh my God.
One day. They're slowly getting there. We can do like what? We can do 6 megabytes right now, tops?
Yeah. 6K, essentially. Yep.
Yeah, so maybe one day. Hopefully soon.
One day.
Sooner than later.
One day.
Yeah. But anyway, E3 was first, right? E3 was the first peep to go.
E3.
What's E3?
EA together.
E3 went first.
E3 so excited for E3.
Wait, I'm still E3 still technically went first, all right?
It was.
Okay, you're right.
All right. Played it off.
All right, so EA kicked it off with a bunch of sports games that we're not going to talk about.
You could say kicked it. It was more like slowly like tried to like shove it out the door with the
They nudged it off the side and it fell into the curb.
Get out there. We got to get something done.
Battlefront.
Story mode with your Madden, we got it.
That's right. Battlefront 2. What did you guys think? You excited about it?
It looked fun, honestly. It looked like Battlefield covered with Star Wars on it, and in a good way. Like it was in a good way. Like it looked like I love how you can switch to different classes mid-fight.
That was cool.
I love how they're doing the Jedi stuff. Like Jedis, you can pick a Jedi or a special character and just go in ham. It wasn't like no coin pickups. It was the opposite of the first Battlefront, and it looks good. It looks really fun. I'm excited for it.
I am too. I'm really excited about it. I think I had the same feelings. It looks like Battlefield mixed with Battlefront, but in all the good ways. And the game looks beautiful. Like I expected it to look beautiful, but you have to underscore the fact that it really does look beautiful. It makes me excited. I'm excited to see it drop in. I think it's November, right?
Yeah, I think it's November.
Yeah.
So
this is one of the few games that's actually coming out this year. That was at the conference,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Did you guys ever play the original Battlefronts?
Back in the day?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, not the original. No, I haven't ever played
like Battlefront, like the original Battlefront 1.
Not OG one.
Never played them.
Okay, so I can understand what you guys are saying because the Battlefronts were often compared to, I guess, the Battlefield games back then when they came out. So I guess, it's right when you say it's like Battlefield meets Star Wars in the right way. But again, I think for a lot of people who are used to the old Battlefronts, like I am, it just looks exactly like the original Battlefronts in the way it plays, in the way the heroes play. The maps aren't just like these outdoor only fight in snow and open. It's like there's actually complexity to the maps, and that was one of the biggest, most important things of Battlefront is how full of stuff the Battlefront maps originally were. And going to like Battlefront 1, the reboot, it was like this place is like barren. Like it's just like a really flat land with some trees and maybe a couple of hills, and boom, that's the map. Which really isn't that much of a map at all. So, and then seeing how the Jedis play is 100% exactly like the original
better
Battlefront.
too.
Really? That's
It's
cool.
way
It's
better.
way better than the last one, right? Because the first one, it seemed really clunky. It was weird how they control. It's like
It was very clunky.
it's like there were actors with strings on their shoulders, and like it was really weird. But this one looks
and you were
way
very
smoother.
limited. You were very limited in what felt like your heroes weren't like that powerful really in Battlefront 1. But in this one, they look incredible. You throw a lightsaber, you murder a stormtrooper. You have a ton of health. But if you go out in the open, though, you do get murdered. So that's kind of the duality of it that I really liked in the original Battlefronts. But I don't know. It looks really good. It looks exactly like the original ones. I'm excited. I think everyone's excited because this game actually looks good. It doesn't seem like there's anything to be worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then it birthed that meme. It birthed the meme. Have you guys seen that meme on Twitter? It's
Wait,
like, all right, sector is clear. Not clear. Not clear.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. And it's cool because we're getting what we wanted this time, right? We wanted a story. We're getting that cool story. We're wanting the multiplayer experience we wanted, and everything looks good. The way the ships control, like everything looks so dope.
Yeah.
Like everything just looks really good this time around.
Yeah, it really does.
Very excited.
I'm excited about it.
And they also showed, and EA also showed Need for Speed. What was it? Back or something like that. Need for Speed. I think it was Payback.
It was Payback. Yeah.
Yeah, Need for Speed Payback, which is Fast and Furious meets Need for Speed. It didn't look amazing. It doesn't look special. They showed the sports games.
That
I think
basically feels like their conference.
They had a lot of sports. A lot of sports this year.
Like, they need to just do a sports conference and then a games that are not sports conference.
Right.
Well, I think another issue with EA is so many of their games do end up being on main conferences that they can't like blow all of their load immediately. Like you have Assassin's Creed. No, that's Ubisoft. Jesus Christ.
It's Ubisoft, yeah. Well,
never mind.
They gave a teaser.
Ubisoft has the same thing.
They gave a teaser of Anthem, but obviously Anthem was shown at the Microsoft conference.
Yeah, exactly. So,
did they show A Way Out? A Way Out looked dope.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. And it did look cool. Yeah.
It's from the creators of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. If you guys played that before. It's like these two kids. You control two each left, like the left and right stick controls a kid. It was an amazing game. Either way, it's an amazing game. And it's the same creators. So this actually looks really dope. How it's always in split screen, even online. So if you two are playing together, it's always to be split screen. So you'll always see what your partner sees.
That's really cool.
It's really fun.
Yeah, that game did look interesting. I'm interested to play it. It might be one of those games though that comes out and it's like, a lot of problems, 4 out of 10 because of all these issues. Yeah. Hopefully not though. Hopefully it really is good.
Yeah, we can cross our fingers and hope it looks good. So hopefully it plays good and no big issues.
Yeah.
So who's next? Who's after EA?
That would be
PC
Microsoft.
Gamer?
Was it Microsoft? I think
it was PC Gamer.
No. It was Microsoft on Sunday.
Yeah, Microsoft was Sunday.
All right, so Microsoft
Xbox
overall,
One
actually
X
had a really, really good conference.
Yes.
Compared to their previous years, and Xbox One X looks good.
I think that's how it comes down to it. Also, yeah, I have the same feeling. Good. it's like yeah, I could buy it. Maybe.
But why do I want to buy it? Kind of thing. It's like, why do I want it? Like, you didn't tell me enough reasons why.
Yo, 4K Minecraft, and now you want it. Get it. 4K Minecraft.
4K Minecraft blocks, bro.
I was so dumbfounded. Like, look at all these awesome 4K games and Minecraft.
That was such a weird one. Like,
it's such a weird choice.
Kids aren't gonna go to their mom, get me 4K TV. I gotta play Minecraft. Like,
when you have people like who are probably gonna main playing Minecraft on their Switch, you should probably know that 4K is not a big selling point for Minecraft.
Definitely not. Yeah,
not at all.
It's, I mean, 4K. Xbox One X. It looks like a good console. Same deal as the PS Pro, though. It just seems so inessential. And the way that they marketed it made it sound so like, oh, this is gonna be like, this is the gap between PC and console gaming. This is gonna be right in the middle. And then you see it and you look at the specs, and it's like, I mean, it's just a PS4 Pro that's beefed up. Like it's. It's nothing. It's not like it's not a big. It's nothing that's gonna wow you.
Yeah, I mean, it's angled at a market that doesn't want to deal with PCs. So if you're the type of gamer that has no interest whatsoever building a PC and trying to do upgrades and drivers and so on and so forth, but you still want 4K and potentially 60 FPS on most games that come out, minus Destiny. Then I think it's in your wheelhouse, or it's in your, what you're looking to purchase $500
for a specific market.
Yeah, $500 is doable. It's not like
that's probably the limit.
Yeah, it is. It is
especially.
Basically right at the limit. And if it was 400, I think it would be closer to a no-brainer for a lot of people.
Good.
Yeah, for a lot more people.
Yeah, because think about it. We're 4 years into the generation, and usually 4 years into the generation, you're releasing a $250. Like, hey, it's now $250. You know what I mean? Like now it's cheaper, but it's really hard.
They
to
have that though with the
console.
Xbox One S.
Yeah, they totally do. Was it confirmed permanent 250 or just for like an E3 kind of sale?
Oh, you know how those price. They're like, oh, limited time. Then eventually they're like, oh, it's permanent now.
Yeah, and it's in a market that's not used to this, a market that's used to like just the One S going to 250. It can be hard to market that towards people who don't really care for the 4K at the moment or don't really need that stuff. But it's definitely marketed towards a niche of what you guys are talking about, of people who want the best of a console, but don't want to really invest in a PC and take care of those extra parts and the OS. They just want the plug and play. You want to plug it in, play it, and you don't have to worry about messing with settings for 4K or something
Exactly.
like that.
Don't want to have to deal with drivers. Don't want to deal with faulty components. Don't have to deal with sending them back to the manufacturer because something's dead on arrival. Like it's targeted at somebody who, just like I said, they want the best. They want a 4K experience, but they don't want to have to deal with a PC. And on top of that, $500 is cheaper, or you can't actually build the same PC for $500. It's
essentially
yeah.
I was surprised people were so angry at that price point. I thought that was probably the perfect price point. I know it's not a great price point because when it comes to these consoles that are essentially the middle ground between a casual console and a more hardcore like PC machine, it's like you can't, once you start getting into the 600 range, you start getting into the point where PCs really start hitting like a quality spike.
Yeah.
Where you start getting better parts that do more than a console. So $500 is honestly the best you're going to get for these types of machines. And I know people are like, oh, PS4 Pro is like $100 cheaper, but it's like, yeah, but the PS4 Pro also has parts that are $100 cheaper. So
yeah, and no Ultra Blu-ray player.
So overall, I mean, Xbox One X looks good. It just doesn't sell me. But that obviously that comes from the perspective of all of us who it doesn't sell us because we already have machines that
we have expensive PCs already
that are supposed to do the job of the Xbox One X better. So
yeah, and that's kind of like the argument that I have with a lot of people is that they're saying, yeah, why would I get it? Well, you already own a $2,000 computer. Of course. Why would you get it?
It's not for you. It's not for you. Like it's obviously not marketed towards the people who own a PC. You don't need it. You can play the Xbox games on your strong PC. The only thing I found an issue with Xbox One X, they showed a lot of games in 4K, but they didn't show a lot of reasons why you'd want to play it on the Xbox One X versus your Xbox One. It was just a 4K difference. They never said. They should have showed more of this is what it looks like on Xbox One, this is what it looks like on Xbox One X kind of moments, and they didn't have that because they had a lot of fantastic games. Like
they did.
One of the games I'm looking forward to is the Sea of Thieves.
Me too. Yeah.
Like Sea of Thieves looks so good.
It looks so fun, and that's a game that they would have been cool to see. This is why you want to play on Xbox One X moments for that. You know, they want to. That looks like a game they want to push the Xbox One X with.
That is something I was expecting, but I didn't get. And we got a lot of that with the PS Pro. And that's actually one of the things that sold me on even getting one to begin with. And with the Xbox One X, like they just spent so much time talking about specs. And for a console that is marketed to the more casual crowd who maybe wants a stronger machine, it's like, okay, like they're not going to be listening to like specs. Look at this quantum core Snapdragon 8000 8.49x gigahertz processor that can render pixels at UHD ultra quality, Xbox Microsoft branded. Like show me like why should I buy this? Like what games what games are you going to show me that really show off the power of the Xbox One X? Like I want to see this thing in
exactly.
Yeah.
I want to see what it does. I don't want to see the minute things of it.
Yeah,
I do want to see.
You want the experience. Like, you want to be sold on the experience, not the hardware.
I want that X. You know, I want that X.
Yeah, I want to see what the X is. As a casual consumer, I want to see what the X. What does that X mean when I buy the X? Like, I want to see it.
What I do with the X? Oh my god!
And other than Xbox One X, they finally showed Crackdown 3 gameplay.
Yeah.
And I was someone who was excited for Crackdown 3 for years, and I feel like they missed their shot. They should have announced this game and showed it and released it years ago because it looks so outdated. And instead of showing us this whole, hey, your buildings can be destructible through the cloud system, and because of cloud, we can do this, they just show us cars blowing up in a really low resolution. And it was really weird for them to throw that game out there like it's such a big thing, but it doesn't look special. It doesn't like it looks like it should have launched years ago. And I was like, whoa, like I was so excited for this game, and now I don't care for it.
Okay, visually, yes, I do agree with you how it doesn't look like a modern game right now, but I think the style and the gameplay looks fun to me, and I actually don't mind it when they go for visually something that isn't trying to be cutting edge look wise, because I'm a fan of Borderlands. I love that type of art style, so I don't mind when they have like a more of a cartoony thing going on with a bunch of destructibles. So for me personally, I think Crackdown looks cool, and I'm excited to play it. It is one of those games, though, that could come out and then suddenly it's like, well, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, really missed the boat on all these different things once it officially gets reviewed. I hope not. I hope it gets like good reviews across the board because it looks fun initially.
Yeah, and I played the Crackdown 1 and 2. They're super fun. When they introduced multiplayer, it was fantastic. But my biggest problem was they kept delaying the game because they kept promoting this whole cloud system, which allows you to destroy the entire city. They didn't show one building falling down. That was their whole like pushing point is you can destroy the city and the buildings will collapse through our cloud system and cloud technology. And they didn't show that at all. And that's what turned me off. It's like I was excited for this, and you showed me what I've done in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
So
I heard a lot about Crackdown, and I know when we were in Discord, everyone was, I know Bronzy was one of them who was really, really excited. A lot of people were like, oh shit, Crackdown, like it's been such a long time. And as I watched it, I was just like, man, like I don't like this. Just seems like every other game. From someone who is the outside looking in, who has never played a Crackdown, it just looked like another. Like I didn't know what was the gimmick of it. Like usually every game has something that tries to set itself apart from other games. And me watching that as someone who had never watched it, I was just like, it just looks like you're shooting stuff. I don't understand why is this game why?
They should have just showed more multiplayer because it's really fun with multiplayer and throwing like cars at each other and stuff. They didn't show any of it.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that from it. It wasn't until after people explained it to me, I was like, okay, well that seems cool. I'm probably still not going to buy it, but I didn't see what made that game special when they showed it at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is unfortunate.
Hopefully it comes out and does have some really cool stuff that is just destroy everything through the cloud, cloud powered.
Power of the cloud. And Blue, you're a fan. We spoke about this last week. You're a fan of Forza. Did you feel anything towards the new Forza, or was it just like one of those? Oh, cool, 4K, that's cool. 4K,
I've always preferred the Horizon versions of Forza because those are so much fun, and that's like the arcadey racer is the one I prefer. Horizon is like honestly the best racing game of the past like 10 years for me. Horizon 3. I think that new Forza is good. I think they're pushing these out a little too fast, but like it's whatever because at this point it's very obvious what they're doing. They're doing a Horizon game, then they're doing a Forza, Horizon, new Forza, Horizon, new Forza. So
yeah,
I don't mind it. Next year I'll get super hyped because Horizon 4 is probably going to come out, and I'm going to be lit and spending half the podcast talking about how excited I am for it.
I mean, Forza's going to be in 4K, 60 FPS.
Something
4K,
interesting.
240 FPS on PC.
The game, the game's going to look fantastic. Like I think everyone knows this. The studio behind Forza is fantastic. They always do a fantastic job. I was very surprised. Again, Microsoft did such a good job selling Forza as this console seller, which in many ways it is because Forza is the premier racing game experience for a lot of people. And on PS4's conference, like I didn't see like a single mention of Gran Turismo.
They actually announced it off
of
their conference. They actually announced the release date of a new Gran Turismo, but it wasn't in their conference. I guess they wanted to give more attention to those bigger titles. Or quote unquote bigger titles.
Which I'm so surprised because you see how this is the one thing I will give so much praise to Microsoft for. They have done such a good job as distancing themselves from PS4 as saying this is the home of racing games, which in just about every way, yeah, Microsoft is the home of racing games at this point. So they did fantastic. I wanted to talk about Metro because Metro looks
insanely Metro looks so good.
I still haven't completed the second one, but the second one was so beautiful, and I did not expect it because I guess I never read the books. I never completed the second game, but I did not expect a new Metro announcement.
Me neither.
And that looked so good.
It got me so excited.
I was like, wait, there's no snow.
What is this? What is this?
How are you gonna breathe outside? Wait, you're not supposed to breathe outside. How are you breathing outside? What is this? So I was like excited. So looks so good.
At the end, it gave me a BioShock-ish vibe with the train. It was just so surreal.
Yeah.
And I mean, Metro has always kind of been that surreal feeling with the whole mutation and everything.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic thing going on.
Metro just looks so good. I was very surprised. I'm used to Metros looking fantastic, but this one looked, oh my god!
And it's the first time you get to see it when it's not all snow. You know, they're actually showing foliage and trees and all this like cool daytime stuff. You're usually in a subway or underground, and when you come up, it's just all like ashes and snow.
God,
so
like dead, dying grass has never looked so good.
Beautiful pixels. Oh my god. Yeah, it looks so good. It looks great. I'm very excited about that as well. That was another highlight, them dropping that at that conference.
They showed other games. They showed like a montage of different games coming out. They didn't want to put, I guess, like too much focus in. They showed games like Cuphead. Cuphead finally has a release date. That was announced years ago.
I don't know.
Cuphead is a side-scroller platformer, old school type of game, and it's made with the art style of like a 70s cartoon show.
It looks really cool.
And it looks so dope. It looks so good, honestly. Oh, it looks so good. So they showed a lot of indie games. Like for a second, they showed smaller games. They announced like that game with the Fox Boy. It was like a platforming game that didn't really pique my interest. They had Ori and the Blind Forest 2. Well, it's not called Blind Forest 2. It's a sequel to Ori.
It's Ori 2. Ori was an awesome game.
Ori 2. Yeah, a beautiful art style.
Yeah.
But I think we all know
the big ticket. Big
PUBG!
ticket item.
Microsoft's conference. PUBG!
PUBG 4K, let's go.
I wonder how this game's going to run on Xbox, because on my PC, this game still runs like shit. Like,
it runs terribly. It runs so bad.
I got a 980 Ti, and I wonder if it's staying at like 60 FPS.
It's so weird because they showed the trailer. The trailer looked juicy. The trailer looked like the graphics are great. But I wonder if the game's gonna launch at 30 FPS or if they're gonna just make it look really ugly with 60 FPS, because it's
so hard. I think it has to
make
be
a game
30.
like that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be 30. I have no doubt it's gonna be 30. Honestly,
I think
Xbox One X can probably change it. Maybe Xbox One X can do like 60 FPS below res or higher res 30 FPS, like PS4 Pro does.
Who knows? God, it would look really
come
fun.
With sacrifices though, like Blue said, they're probably gonna take the draw distance away some, which I do expect. But a game like that, they have snipers. Like taking away draw distance can really hurt what the game is. So who knows? I'm excited to see how a guy who lets an alpha ride out for another 2 years is gonna make it work on Xbox One.
Well, this game that's one thing about this game is it's moving at the production is moving at like insane
way
pace.
faster than DayZ.
Way faster. Or H1Z1.
And I'm surprised at how quickly H1Z1's been in beta for how long, and they're like,
years.
we'll get it to PS4 eventually.
They've taken too long. They forgot.
Years ago.
We've like forgotten about H1Z1 at this point.
And now it's like PUBG's just like, hey guys, what the fuck is up? Here's a new goddamn awesome game. By the way, it's going on Xbox, bitches.
Oh my god, like straight Kool-Aid Man type shit, jumping through the wall. Like, oh yeah, PUBG 4K.
That dude's entire production, his entire dev cycle of PUBG is just a big W for him. So
they're doing
great. He's doing great things.
That team is winning.
State of Decay 2.
Yep.
State of Decay 2. Have you guys played the first one?
Nope.
So State of Decay is an open world single player game for Xbox 360, now on PC, and I think they re-released it on Xbox One as well. And it's the end of the world. There's zombies everywhere, and your job is to pretty much recruit people. You're trying to find survivors. You save them, bring them to your place, and you pretty much create this community. The way it works is it is permadeath. So if you die, your character is now gone for the entire game, no matter who it is. Even your survivors can die permanently. And you can go back, get that person's stuff, pick up their equipment, pick up the weapons you wanted, items. And you're also offered items that can stop people from being infected, but it's very, very limited. So you have to be like, this person's really good at this, but this person's better at like medical. And it's open world. It's a third-person open world game. You're doing a lot of looting, a lot of killing. And now it's multiplayer. This is the first time they're bringing in online multiplayer. And I'm excited. Like, the game was super, super fun. I invested a lot of hours on Xbox 360, and I cannot wait to play like online with it because it's a really fun game. The permadeath mode itself adds that tension. Like, do I want to go inside this gun shop that has cool guns, but there's like all these zombies in it, or do I want to like bring people with me? Like, it's really cool. It's a really cool concept. I love it.
Nice. I mean, hearing you talk about it sounds cool. I like I said, I haven't played the first one.
I think we should all play when it comes out. When the second one comes out, we gotta go survive. We gotta go save some
We'll play it on PC, right?
Yep, PC.
Because
4K, 60 FPS, 4K.
Because they didn't announce a single game that wasn't on PC, right?
Nope, everything's on PC.
Well, they did. Yeah, that's
nope. Everything's
that's
PC.
the one thing. That's the one. No, the only thing that they talked about that I guess has more value on the console was Forza. That's
Right.
pretty much it. But I was disappointed. We still didn't get any like real exclusives this year. And
Well, did you heard Phil Spencer's
exclusives?
You heard Phil Spencer's like viewpoint on exclusives, right?
Yeah, I like the way he talks about it.
I like the way. He's got a great selling point to it, but for me, it's just that's the biggest reason why I want an excuse to go on my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And with his approach, I don't have that much of an excuse to go on it.
See, I hear you, but at the same time, you have a really expensive computer. And I think they're approaching it as like, okay, if you have an expensive computer, why limit the software to just that console?
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. That's why they're pushing.
And in which case, I wish they showed more Xbox One cross PC games, because even then, we still didn't get that many of those.
Yeah.
We got Sea of Thieves, Forza, Crackdown. And Crackdown, is a game that that's kind of already lost me with how they sold it. So
okay,
it was still limited for me. Overall, I mean, it was still a really good conference.
Whoa, we didn't talk about the last thing though that we were actually really excited about.
What else have we not gone over just before we leave?
Anthem.
Okay, obviously the big one.
Anthem,
the big
guys,
one.
Dude. That we're not.
It looks so good.
We're not going to be able to play for at least a year, but I mean, I can't wait. It looks so good.
It looks good. This was the rumored game to quote unquote compete with Destiny. This is the BioWare's like answer to Destiny, and
the next in line Destiny killer.
When they said open world, I was immediately sold. And when they said open world, I was like, shit. Like they already have a very big selling point over Destiny. They actually have a real open world.
Well, that's to be determined. I mean, this is like an E3 stage. Obviously, it was a very scripted demo. What was happening?
Very scripted, but I think the biggest thing
I compared it to Destiny's first ever reveal. How they like had the guys come in, hey guys, what's up? Like, we want to go kill some stuff? Hey, okay, that's cool. Yeah, like it was just like that.
The really bad, cringy stuff is like, hey guys, hey, what's up? Oh, how's it going? It's like no one talks like that.
We're not spawning in that cool watch.
Who talks like that?
Spawning in like he's blinking.
He's not gonna be spawning in saying hello. He's gonna get in Discord like, hey, you motherfuckers want to play some Anthem? And like, yeah, Tefty, sure, why not?
But I think the animations too. They had all these different animations of spawning in with your team. There's no way they're gonna do all those unique. I don't think
it's gonna get super downgraded. I have no doubt. But for what they showed, it looked really good. And then if Anthem does come out on PC, which they didn't really talk about, this being exclusive.
Yeah. It's multi-plat.
So if it does come out on
Xbox and PC.
If it comes out, which it is coming out on PC, then it's going to look just as good as it does in the trailer, which is going to make me nut my gut. And I'm really excited for it.
Oh my god!
That Frostbite engine it's Frostbite.
Frostbite is fantastic.
Yeah, Frostbite.
That's an engine that will definitely come to PC and look really good.
That's another really big selling point for Anthem is how strong Frostbite is.
Mm-hmm. Dedicated servers.
Even though it's probably going to get downgraded, you know that with the Frostbite engine, it's still going to look really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a strong engine. And anytime I see Frostbite engine, I get really excited because I know the Battlefield engine is just so good. And every Battlefield game is so good. It looks so good. And I see Anthem with the Frostbite, I'm like,
what got people on Anthem like very hesitant about the open world thing was when they flew in, it brought them to a very narrow corridor kind of area where it was like a one-way thing. It wasn't like they didn't go into like a place where you can go left, right, back, forward. It was just forward. So they made it seem like you can fly anywhere, but people made a good point that it's probably you fly from the social zone, like that city, to like the open areas. So I'm looking forward to them showing more. I want them to reassure us that this is fully open and there's none of that like picking where you want to go stuff, and it's just like a fast travel maybe.
Yeah, for
sure. I hope so, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, again, it's going to be a year plus. Like they said now, they're saying fall 2018.
Oh no, it was fall. Yeah, that's right. It was fall. Yeah,
they say fall, but I think it's going to be 2019. I think something
kind of think so too, honestly.
2019.
I want to say so as well. I'm gonna just with delays, how games work now. It's like it's almost surprised that a game doesn't get delayed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I will say I heard some rumblings throughout the industry that it is actually a pretty well-baked game so far. Like well along its life cycle. It's been in development for what is it? Like I think 4 years and
4 years. Yeah,
I'm really excited. Yeah. It seems like it actually is chasing what the original I guess Destiny was going for. Because if you looked at the original Destiny reveal, it's like, oh yeah, dude, this is like a multiplayer battle. What? Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Oh yeah, dude, this is like an open world. This is like an open world, like multiplayer MMO Borderlands. You know what I mean? And obviously we know Destiny has gone away from that approach. But it seems like Anthem has kind of picked up that approach. Like, yeah, go and co-op, play with your friends in this crazy big world with like some scary monsters and get dank loot.
Yes.
Borderlands approach.
Down. Apparently, all of the suit pieces, like the way you get abilities is through the suit, or the javelin suits and all that, and all those can drop in different rarities. Those pieces.
That sounds so dope because they showed pictures of this one suit and they had like different arms, like electricity arm and this really cool like yellow arm, and it's really cool. Like people were afraid. People came to my chat. I was like, I'm afraid they can't be creative with it because Destiny has magic and stuff. This has suits. Well. Why is that limited? The suits.
Dude, I want to customize the shit out of my mech suit, dude.
That's right.
That's to be so dope. And now it's one character, so you don't have to worry about like creating multiple characters. I'm assuming it's one character and 3 suits. You have like
multiple suits.
You can choose multiple different suits.
Yeah.
So that to me that's awesome. You have one character.
Dude, you guys never played Gundam?
Oh,
don't you guys want to customize your Gundams? Damn it, that seems sick. Let's do it.
Burning finger.
You look at the Division, and Division is very watered down in comparison to like the space magic type of thing. But we had a lot of fun playing Division, even though it obviously didn't go anywhere beyond.
The strength of Division came down to how much better the world interacted with you and how good the open world was. So if Anthem could get that right with Division, in addition to keeping this insanely cool setting and get the customization right, then they have something.
And fun combat. It's got to have fun combat.
And fun combat. We haven't seen that much of the combat yet.
Yep.
The enemies look dope, and I think it's really cool how it looked like you can possibly fight the wildlife there. Like they had that big behemoth looking thing.
Yep.
And they said, hey, let's not fight that right now. It's too strong for us, which hinted at we're going to be able to fight things that live there, which excites me because one of my biggest issues with Destiny was I was getting tired of fighting things that shot back at me. I want to fight things that are more powerful than me because they're naturally powerful. Like they live there and they're strong.
Yeah, for sure.
So that looks dope. That's so cool.
That's one of the most interesting things to me when I played the Destiny beta is we would go to areas that with really strong enemies, and it got me excited. I was like, oh, dude, there's going to be so much to this game. Like we're going to get to, like we're not ready for this. We can go to areas, like we can go to these places that we're not ready for. And that just makes the world seem so much more alive and interesting to me and something to chase after, which obviously it didn't turn out that way. But if we get that in Anthem, that's just something that just makes it so much more enthralling and so much more addictive, because it's like I want to be able to go to that open world in this specific area and fight these dudes one day that I couldn't before. Like that
absolutely
gets me so interested.
Yep. Yeah, that was the one for me at the Microsoft conference. I was like, yep.
100%.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that game.
It was hype. It was exciting. It was just
2 years away, probably. Yeah.
It was like questioning. There's so many questions in my mind. Like, how's this gonna work? How's this gonna work? How's this gonna work? Like, oh, give me that. And supposedly it's the main BioWare team too. Like, Andromeda wasn't made by the main BioWare team.
Yeah.
This was made by them. So I have hope. They're gonna be very creative about it. They're gonna make very like diverse worlds.
Have a great story.
I expect a great story. Like, oh, it's just have characters that look awesome.
My God.
Oh, before I go crazy and I just start screaming randomly, let's go to the next conference. I'm gonna start crying. PC.
So yeah, PC Gamer, which I was a part of, guys.
It was the Tefty show. The Tefty show.
The Tefty show.
I was very honored. I got invited to do some stuff for Intel. Got to be on stage for a short minute, which was cool. Got to talk about my Destiny 2 experience, which represent the Destiny community. I was nervous and honored at the same time.
Tefty be like, Destiny 2 is gonna use all these motherfucking cars. Oh my God.
How was that? Like, did you guys have to rehearse that, right? How did the rehearsal go? Did you guys say exactly what you said, or was it like, here you stand here?
The rehearsal was nothing like that because they wanted to be very loose and non-scripted. So I just had to make sure, I had my talking points and make sure I hit them, and I did.
You did an awesome job.
Really
like
thanks, man.
You did really good. You're like really excited. You're super into it, and it shows that you weren't just there to you weren't just being paid to say it. Like you were actually part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure people got that.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited about Destiny 2 on PC. Obviously,
weren't you in an article too? You had some dude was like, "Yeah, this is a fabulous beard."
Yeah, I think Kotaku was live blogging the conferences, and when I came
that was
on,
a fantastic beard.
no, somebody said a man with a very large beard is now on stage.
That's
A
right.
man with a very large beard. There's no other way
That's
to go.
one
wrong.
large
That was
beard.
my description. I was like, okay, great. That fits.
I mean, honestly, that's how you're known in the Destiny community. So I think you're pretty much set.
Yep, I
the
think
man
so.
with the very large beard.
Yep, man with large beard. Yep.
Who knew the beard would take this man to such far places?
Aren't you the guy that was on stage during E3? You know, the guy with the very large beard.
Oh man. What else did they talk about the conference? Lawbreakers got a date. That's officially coming out.
Finally,
Yep.
for $30 too.
Yeah.
Like that was a huge point because Cliffy B, as long as I've known him, I've been following him on Twitter for years, and he's always showed this opinion of if it's a multiplayer only game, you should never sell it at $60.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see him stick by that. He was like, he says it. He said all out, balls out. He was like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, this game, it's multiplayer only, $30.
Yep.
That's it. Go for it.
Yeah, he did.
$30. They want it to last long. They want to update it. He hopes it lasts a good while. So I'm excited for it. Like now I wasn't too excited for it, but now I want to play it. I want to give it a shot, a real shot, not just like a minute shot.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So
all these like
cool.
Twitch shooters are coming out right now. That like there was
The arena shooters, right?
Yeah, for a while there was no arena/Twitch shooters, and now suddenly, boom, there's like 3 of them. And
Quake.
Oh, man.
yeah, Lawbreakers is one of them, and it looks cool. Like there's a lot of like bending type of mechanics to just make you think you have to be ready for battle anywhere. Have you guys played it yet?
I had played like one match from like a beta from months ago. So I didn't get to play enough to really form an opinion on, but I have been watching people play it, and it's fun. It looks really fast paced.
Yeah.
The action looks dope. It's so cool seeing people in the air fighting, like people just flying in the sky and just killing each other. Like it looks really fun. The fast paced action makes me really like it because I'm a very aggressive person in games. Like I like to have a very aggressive play style. So it's perfect. It looks super dope.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm interested in playing it. Looks fun.
It looks cool. I'm gonna give it a try.
Mhm.
That's pretty much all I can say. Give
Bam.
it a go.
There it is.
Give it a go. And they announced like other games too, right? There was like some game, like some like indie
Age of Empires
games.
remaster.
Age of Empires. They showed a game called Ooblets, which I personally
Yes.
am excited. Like super. Like me and Aaliyah were watching it, and Aaliyah was squealing the entire time.
Yes.
It's like it's Animal Crossing meets Pokemon meets like Harvest Moon.
Yep.
And it looks amazing. It looks so cute and dope, and I love the art style of it. Like I want to play it so bad.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
Love
yes, I absolutely would definitely want to play this game.
Gotta play it. It looks multiplayer too because it showed other characters dancing with each other, right? So we can only assume maybe you can meet people in like a town
different
or something.
customizations
So,
and all that.
like I wonder how to be. Like it gives me all the right vibes. It looks like it's a good Animal Crossing Pokemon fix until we get Animal Crossing and Pokemon on the Switch.
Right. Dude, if that game came to the Switch, wouldn't that be amazing? That Ooblets
That would be amazing, honestly. I would play the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah. There was another game as well. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of it, but it looked like a Zelda meets Dark Souls with like a really...
yes. Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. It's, oh my God.
It looks so good. There was another one of these games where I was like, I want to play this like right now.
I'm like trying to like search it.
I should have looked up the name before I brought it up, but it had this like Zelda type of thing, like old school Zelda type of feel about it, mixed in with like Dark Souls dodging mechanics and all that, with like a really, it's like a cute art style, but you can tell that they're putting a lot of effort into the gameplay itself. So it's not just a cute looking game. It's really cool.
It's like it's amazing, like the way they explain the gameplay of it and everything. How the way it works is it's a short campaign, but it's on purpose. So the campaign's like 2 hours long, and once you complete that, the people in that world for your next hero, it's pretty much like in Zelda games, it's always another bloodline. It's like the same Link, but it's like years later.
Yeah,
that happens, and the people speak of your past character, and if you don't complete the story and you die, it affects the world negatively. Like the darkness starts taking over, and people start being depressed and sad. And they say it's tough. They say it's a very difficult game, and it's also 2 players, which is pretty cool.
That is very cool.
And I'm really mad that I don't know the name's like right on the tip of my tongue, and I'm very upset about it. So upset about it. Oh,
we're bad at podcasting, guys.
We're bad at podcasts.
Oh my God! We're gonna find it. I watched it the other day. I'm gonna find it. Don't you worry.
Should we move on to the Sony conference?
Bethesda.
Oh yeah, it was Bethesda.
Bethesda was after. Bethesda was on Monday, right? Monday night.
No, it was Sunday night. It was Sunday night. Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yep.
Oh, Sunday night. Sunday night.
I was surprised at how people really didn't like this conference. I thought it was good considering the fact they just released one of their main franchises last year, Fallout. So I don't know what people were expecting. I thought it was overall really good. We got a lot of good stuff. whatever. But I mean, no, it came out. It did come out 2015.
It did, yeah.
Well, they just released Fallout like 2 years ago. Like, why are we?
Well, they did Doom last year.
Yeah, they did Doom.
Yeah.
So they have been releasing a steady amount of a lot of their
quality
games,
content.
a lot of their main games. So we have Fallout and Doom, who are already out of the picture. It's like I don't know what people expected. I thought it was good. We got Wolfenstein. We got some Dishonored. We got some Evil
looks
Within.
amazing, guys.
Dude,
Wolfenstein looks incredible, dude.
Like
for people who didn't play the first
insane.
Wolfenstein, go play it. It's like one of the only games. It's in a very small group of games that can give you a really fun FPS with a very long story. It's like a 12 to 13 hour campaign.
Nice.
But it's fun the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys need to give it a shot because
I think it's only $10 on Steam right now too.
It's that Steam sale's coming up too very soon.
Ooh, the Steam summer sale! Let's go.
There goes all my money.
They announced Dishonored, which is like a standalone kind of like I thought it was DLC, but it's actually standalone. It's a $30 standalone Dishonored game, which looks cool.
Yep.
And the biggest thing for me was Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein. Oh
yeah,
yes.
Wolfenstein looks just so good. I can't wait to play that game. My God, I was hoping for Doom DLC, like Doom campaign DLC, but they announced this, and this looks awesome. So that'll tide me over. And that's also coming out this year. Again, a lot of these games that we talked about, most of them aren't coming out this year, which is, it's classic E3. It's kind of annoying, but it's just how the business is. Wolfenstein's coming out this year in October, so.
Both of them. Evil Within's coming out October 13th.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That is another big thing why I don't know why people were so upset, because Bethesda rarely ever teases games that aren't coming out the year that they put them on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
They did for Doom and for Fallout. They were like, you guys ready? Because like it's coming like right now. And obviously we got Dishonored. It's coming out. Wolfenstein coming out this year. Evil Within this year. Like Bethesda has a way of doing things, and they did it very well. And I liked the conference. And I mean, it was dope. Wolfenstein looks so good.
I think the conference is great. The biggest complaint I hear are people saying that they showed too much VR. We just said it. They showed like 2 VR games.
Showed
Doom
like
VR and Fallout VR. Oh no, it's Skyrim VR. My bad.
They did show Skyrim on Switch as well.
Skyrim VR was announced during Sony's conference.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, so
and they showed the Switch on
Skyrim on Switch.
Conference. Yeah, that looks really good. I think Skyrim is like the perfect game for the Switch.
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree.
We got Zelda, and Zelda was one of the best games ever. And Skyrim is essentially same deal.
My concern would be like the battery life when playing Skyrim, like how fast will it kill it.
If you're like me, I have like every possible stupid accessory for this goddamn Switch, and I never play it. So I am ready to waste all my battery life on my dumb car charger that I bought for
finally.
This thing.
And before we continue, guys, mission accomplished. The game we spoke about was called The Sword of Ditto.
Oh, Sword of Ditto. There it is.
That's what it's called. The one. So I just wanted to get that out there. I found it.
Thank you, Versus, for looking. Yes, that game looks really cool. It's an indie title that I think is going to be really fun to play. So, Sword of Ditto. We
also forgot to talk about a game that's going to appeal to at least me and Tefty. Blue doesn't like the Dark Souls games because of reasons. But Xbox did show Code Vein. Was it Xbox?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Xbox did show that.
They showed Code Vein. Mm-hmm. It's a let's just say it like this. It's a weebish Dark Souls, and it looks amazing. It looks like anime mixed with Dark Souls. Looks good. But let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Anime Dark Souls.
Anime Dark Souls. My God.
What else?
Hold up.
I think that was it for
the Bethesda.
What else do we have?
Hold on. The Bethesda conference. For my E3 experience, from being there, was the highlight for me. Memes and I got to be there. It was like a carnival type of thing. And they had all this they had all this artwork and design for all these games, for the games that they had there, essentially, from like Prey to Doom to, Elder Scrolls, Quake and all that. And it was just a big party. Like they were serving food, drinks, and giving free stuff away. And it was exciting to be there. They had like DJs on stage after the conference was over. It was a highlight for me. I thought it was really cool. Well done. So that's something that you guys don't
That
get to
sounds
see, obviously, because like the stream isn't going to be like, hey, here's this really cool after party that they're showing people just hanging out and talking about games. Like we got to be a part of that, and it was a highlight for me. It was one of my favorite parts.
That was
of
a
E3.
big thing this year, right? A lot of people didn't do a lot of talking. It was mostly like, "Hey guys, thank you for coming to our conference. Boom, games. Thank you guys for showing up. Enjoy the rest of your E3." Yeah, that was dope. It just straight up showed us games back to back.
Yeah, and so then afterwards, if you were there, you got to hang out and like just check out all this cool stuff that they had. They had like some Dishonored actual props made that were there. It was cool, super cool. They had a giant Revenant from Doom you could take a picture with. Yeah,
you took a picture with it, Tefty?
I did. It's on my Instagram.
Ooh, I gotta go follow that Instagram.
Anyways, let's move on. What's next?
To Sony. Well, actually, no, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft killed it, in my opinion.
They did really good this year, man.
They had a couple of games that weren't out there, like Crew 2, I don't really care for, and Steep, that game I don't really care for. But they opened up with Mario and Rabbids, the XCOM of Mario.
Oh, that looks really cool.
Dude, when Miyamoto came out, I was like, what is going on? Oh my god! It was one of those moments where everyone was like, what the shit? What the hell is this? And then boom, Mario, Rabbids, and it actually looked insanely fun. I was not interested when they started off. I was like, Rabbids, like this is gonna be dumb. And they showed the game, and I was like, fuck, like I love these games where Mario games do stuff that is completely different from their main games. Like there was this Mario RPG back when I was a kid. That was my favorite game.
I remember our Mario RPG. That game. Yeah.
And now they're doing
XCOM Mario
strategy XCOM Mario game. I was like, oh dude, like that sounds awesome. Like I want it.
And
it just reminded me.
It has like the
so
Rabbids
much personality
coming in with them. Like it's so cool. Like seeing Luigi use his vacuum from the Luigi Mansion games as a weapon, seeing Yoshi come in there and seeing it looks so awesome. Like the game, I was constantly smiling. I was like, I need this game in my life. And it comes out August. It comes out this year in August, which is
soon. It comes out in
Nintendo's on a roll this year, man. And it's so
Did they say what platforms?
It's Switch. It's a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Yep. It's Switch exclusive. So we have more games. It's more reason to get a Switch. And the Switch is just killing it. They're killing it.
They really are. The Switch is looking good. More and more good. Let's what else did they show at the Ubisoft?
Far Cry 5.
Yep, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5 looks pretty good.
Looks like another Far Cry.
It's all right. Yeah, I feel like after Far Cry 3, I'm just kind of like following the... It's like, okay, Far Cry.
Same. Yeah, okay.
I never really played Far Cry. I played like an hour of Far Cry 3. So to me, this one looks really cool. I like the whole idea of it and where it's taking place. But they also announced a huge game, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Big title for a lot of people.
That was like... They announced it a couple years ago, or at least they teased it. It was like the equivalent of getting like Half-Life 3. So actually seeing this game come into its own and like it's actually happening is like, oh shit, like they're actually doing this. Like this feels like if Half-Life 3 were to come out, like this I don't believe it. Like it's so hard to believe.
It's probably not going to come out for another 3 years, honestly. To be
probably,
like,
but the fact that
it's not coming out.
But the fact that they still are continually like, hey guys, like we're still doing Beyond Good and Evil 2 is very promising.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. They showed Assassin's Creed Origins, which Xbox did show, but they showed a little bit of it.
The game does look good.
Assassin's Creed. It looked good. Like it's from the creators of Black Flag from years ago.
Right.
So the game looks awesome.
So it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna come back to it because after Unity, I was like, nah, no more Assassin's Creeds after this. This Unity game is a mess. So this is gonna be a really good one. I'm excited for it. Really am.
The crew looks meh.
I could drive planes with my friends over some cars. It'd be dope.
I don't know why people like think like this Burnout type game is still like interesting to people. I don't like the game where it's like, yeah, let's just like blow shit. Like you see these nice cars, you have to just like blow them up and shit. Like, oh, like it's so manly. It's like, dude, like nobody plays these games anymore. Like Burnout was like a one-time thing. Like they made like Burnout 2. It's like no one bought it. Like I don't know why this people are buying it.
Maybe that's why they keep making them.
Yeah, I guess some numbers had to make it.
I guess they have. I guess someone's got to be buying it because honestly, as a car person who likes playing car games, like dude, like why don't I just play Horizon? Like I actually get to drive my car and do fun stuff, and like the whole game's not like, yeah, crash your fucking car, dude, crash your car, man. It's whatever. Crew, I hope Crew's good. the first one was so bad. Like it was
I never played
actually
it.
It was
awful.
gross. It was so
It was
bad.
disgusting. So I hope this one's good. It's like imagine Tefty, imagine the first Watch Dogs, how your car drove, and they made a game out of that.
What?
Yeah, it was so bad, and it looked worse than Watch Dogs, which is crazy because it's an open world game and it's like an MMO meets car game. So you can drive from New York City to LA, and you can meet people driving racing to LA and stuff. But it was just like it was. Ugh,
I mean, that sounds cool. When you put
It was
like
cool.
that.
Well, the concept was cool
because
because it was a really pretty faithful, I guess, open world. It was obviously very compacted. If you were to drive from coast to coast, it would take you like half an hour to drive all the way from coast to coast. So it was a very gigantic open world, but they sacrificed the most important part of a car game, which is how good the driving feels.
Yeah, it's got to feel good driving.
Like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
so I
too
hope
bad.
this one's.
Yeah, but other than that, like with Steep, they showed a new Steep 2. It looks exactly like Steep 1 from what I saw.
See, that's kind of weird,
I
making
think-
another Steep. I thought that game just was like, okay.
Yeah,
it happened.
It didn't look like it lifted off much. It looked like it came out and
Yeah, and just fizzled.
it
There was
didn't
a lot
just come
of
out
hype
recently
and then it
too. It
fell
came out
off.
last year, right?
Yeah, it came out last year.
That's very
It
weird.
was another one of those games that got really, really hyped, and people were like, "Oh shit, Steep!" And then when it finally
came
I
out,
guess,
everyone
came
forgot.
out, people just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Skiing and stuff. All
Steep's
right,
out.
I'm out.
Well, these other games are out too, so bye Steep. But other than that, I think Ubisoft did a great job. Like all in all, it was a fun conference to watch and get excited over.
Nice. Yeah, it was a good conference.
Yeah, it was a very good conference. I liked it. They did what they needed to do. It was good.
Yep.
And now we get to Big Daddy Sony.
Big Daddy. Starting off with Days Gone, right? They opened up with Days Gone.
It looks fantastic.
It does
by
look
the
good,
way.
yeah.
It looks even better than it did last year, which is something I'm very surprised about.
Here's my concern,
It
though.
looks so dope.
This is 2 years in a row now. No date yet.
Yes.
I was surprised too. I was like, wait, you're gonna show us again with no info? Like,
Yeah. Is this going to be
feel
one of
like-
these like, oh, E3 again? Here we go. Another Days Gone trailer with no date because we're still
I hope
working on
not.
it.
You know what I think? I think they're saving it for PlayStation Experience, the date.
So
honestly.
yeah, I was thinking that, and I
Which
hope
is
that's the
possible.
case because I really don't want them to just constantly tease Days Gone and be in like perpetual
and
development.
never give it to us.
Yeah,
because it looks good. It looks like The Last of Us mixed with some sort of open world zombie game. Like it looks awesome.
It looks really good. I
could
hope
promote
they.
it as The Last of Us 2 and people would buy it. People would be like, oh, that looks like The Last of Us. Let me get it.
yeah.
Like it looks so good.
I was very surprised. It looks really good. It looks even better than it did last year. I was surprised the game from last year could look better than what it did last year. Usually it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So it was nice. And
Yeah, for sure. It
what else do they have?
it felt like
Oh, come on.
very much like a Naughty Dog type of game. That would just
It did.
very
It
much
did.
so.
like the dialogue and
It's
how
like
he
they're
was
trying to
moving,
hide
and
it.
interacting, and all that.
What if they did that? What if they like surprised us and it was like it's actually made by Naughty Dog? Oh my god, what? And it's actually The Last of Us 2.
It's actually
What
Days
was-
Gone, Last of Us 2.
What if Days Gone was like the chapter name of a like Last of Us 2 chapter? It was just like that's the chapter.
Oh,
called
they
now
had
you're
Zombie
playing.
Bear.
Be like, get
Oh,
your beta.
the Zombie
Oh, that's
Bear was
right.
dope.
Zombie Bear was lit.
It had like the barbed wire all over its body. Like it was like I don't care about this. I don't go fuck about this. Come here, let me eat you.
Yogi
It was
Bear
so
don't give a
dope.
crap. God damn.
God. It was really good. They also showed Uncharted,
Yep. Like
Which
a
looks
like
coming out this year.
a expansion type of
actually
legacy.
coming out this year.
Standalone, yeah, it's a standalone,
It's a standalone
game.
Uncharted
Standalone
game.
expansion, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it looks
it's
cool.
actually a
Coming
game,
out
yeah.
this year for $40.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
it's
for
coming out
that.
$40.
I know I'm gonna play it because Uncharted games I pretty much always play the second they come out, so I'm excited for that.
Yep.
Horizon
So
DLC.
that new Horizon DLC,
Horizon DLC got
which
me very
looks
That's
excited.
gonna be dope.
awesome. I love
That's gonna be
Horizon.
dope.
Yep.
One of
Can't wait
the
for that.
best open world games I've played this
They-
generation.
They showed God of War, more God of War gameplay.
Yes.
Oh,
Confirmed
so
it 2018.
It looks even
Which I
better.
expected. I called it. I said it's coming out 2018, most likely March.
Yep.
It's probably gonna come out with like the other God of War titles. So they confirmed 2018,
It's
and that
such a
game looks
weird,
fantastic.
It's such a weird thing with God of War because I'm not used to them. They usually have, a really good focus on story. It's God of War is always a really, really well balanced game. It's like
Mhm.
dumb hack and slash with, a pretty good story. And it seems like they're focusing so much on making this a more cinematic experience, kind of the Naughty Dog effect, I guess,
Mhm.
that Naughty Dog has had on PS4 developing studios. So. It looks really good. I'm really excited. The whole dynamic of him being your son and teaching him how to do everything looks really cool. I have just such an aching feeling that this game is going to give us so many feels.
Somehow something's going to happen.
Definitely.
And the cool thing is that they talked about it a little bit, and they said it's going to have the same exact God of War gameplay. It's just different perspective. It's over the shoulder now for that more cinematic experience. So I'm excited to play the same exact kind of game with the same hack and slash crazy stuff, but in a more cinematic view. And with a more down-to-earth Kratos, who's not all about like killing gods and more about protecting his son while teaching him how to be a man.
But I want to kill a god.
Yeah, he's
probably gonna kill a god. We're gonna kill Norse gods for sure.
Yeah, he's moved from Greek gods to Norse gods.
Yeah, we're killing Norse gods.
I definitely want to do some ridiculous, epic QuickTime cutscenes within this game.
God damn, yes I do.
I want to see some big things. They show like that big serpent, but they said it's not a foe. It said it's a friend. This person, someone's gonna help you.
Yeah.
So I want to see how they're gonna balance him fighting a god with his son. Like, how's his son gonna take that? How's his son gonna balance that out and fight with him?
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. We got something that I fanboyed so hard over was Shadow of the Colossus being remade on PS4.
It's a remake,
and it's coming in 2018. So that's a lot sooner than I thought we would be getting this type of game.
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys talked earlier about like a Dark Souls meets Zelda type of game, before Dark Souls was even a thing, like that was Shadow of the Colossus.
Is it a difficult game?
Dark Souls. It's a very boss fight oriented game. So with Shadow of the Colossus, there's not really anything in between these boss fights. The fights you all do are all boss fights, but every boss fight is so unique in what you have to do. And it's very comparable to Zelda in a way.
Cool.
When it comes to exploring, and
I've never played it, so I'm excited about playing.
And I guess figuring out puzzles and figuring out the puzzles of the boss fights.
Yeah, because the puzzle and the exploration is not of the world; it's of the Colossus themselves. Like, you have to explore. How do I do this? Like, every single Colossus is different, and they all require different ways to complete them. So it's like the boss fight itself is a puzzle, and it's so like it's honestly a fantastic game, and it's a full-on remake. It's not just a remaster.
It's a whole remake, dude.
It's a remake. They're redoing the textures and everything, so it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, as somebody who hasn't played it, I'm excited to jump in.
Yeah, when you get into it, I'm telling you, you're gonna fall in love with it for sure.
Nice.
Like,
it's a fantastic game.
Oh my, it's so good.
It puts it really. I don't know. It just does the exact same thing that you expect from Zelda in a much darker setting.
Yeah.
Specifically Breath of the Wild, not like the older Zeldas.
Yeah, imagine Breath of the Wild before Breath of the Wild came out. Like, that was Shadow of the Colossus.
Goddamn.
Without the customization and the eating and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so I get that is true. Like, that's the closest thing I compare it to. Imagine what they kind of try to go with Breath of the Wild with their approach to boss fights and with their approach to going through things. But Shadow of the Colossus did it a long time ago. Just they're very differently in their own very different ways, and I love Shadow of the Colossus. It was one of my favorite games ever as a kid.
So
cool. And I'm so excited.
So cool. And they ended the show with a game that touched my heart.
Whoa! No!
We can't talk about it yet. But Destiny. Well, they showed a trailer for Destiny 2.
Shut up.
Like
okay, shut up. We got to talk about
Destiny 2.
They got exclusives.
Oh yeah, the exclusive strike and the gun and stuff, right?
Strike, gun, map, armor. The Borealis is a sniper rifle.
I was disappointed. I hate cutting off content from other people. Like, it sucks, but it's
honestly, everybody who's a Destiny fan should expect this to keep on going till 2024 because they had a 10-year contract.
When Destiny ends is when you get all the content that got cut off from them.
Basically.
Some people are theorizing that with Destiny 2, there's no time limit anymore. The PS4 will just always have the exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they confirmed it. Like, they confirmed the year.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they confirmed it to be there for a year, and then everyone else will get it.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, they really? Huh? Okay. Well, it still sucks dick, but whatever. Anyways. The gear, the weapons, the strike, the map, blah blah blah, all that good stuff.
We got to see Gaul looking like a walnut. Wasn't that awesome?
They seem really, really, really focused on story this time.
Which is
always something really good because, I mean, we all know how good the original Halo story was. Like, it was fantastic. So to see them doing that for Destiny 2 makes me really excited.
It feels
they actually
like
have a villain that I care about.
Yeah.
Like, I actually want to beat the shit out of Gaul. I've never felt that.
He looks like a giant grunt from Halo, doesn't he? He looks like a giant grunt.
Yeah. He's got like a walnut on his head.
Yeah.
He's like a beefy
be careful
grunt.
of people you make fun of in high school.
Pretty much. That's the grunt. Him in high school was the grunt in Halo, and now he's here to take over the world.
He threw a chastity belt on the Traveler, and now we got to like go punch him.
That's right.
The chastity belt of light. Oh my god, that's a good one. But I'm excited. Like you said, they're focusing on story, which is awesome. They say they're dropping the whole darkness word for this game. They want to rework and how they want to understand what that means to say what is the darkness. Yeah. So that makes me feel like they're going to bring a more down to earth and understandable story.
Even on the wipe screen, it doesn't say you've been consumed by the darkness anymore. It says you've your light fades away, something like that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's good. Like to me, that's good because it added a lot of questions. It added a lot of like unneeded things because they didn't explain it because the Fallen were in darkness or just aliens, doing their thing. And so it's cool.
It's a double-sided sword because there's all kinds of darkness references in the grimoire, and I think the interview with Luke Smith, one of them anyways, just basically confirmed that they're just getting rid of some stuff, and maybe they're going to revisit it in the future. But the darkness, the stranger, people like that, they're not bringing those people back in Destiny 2, so they're just going to remain like a question mark.
I think they can pull it off because the majority of people who play the game don't look at the grimoire. They don't go to the Bungie site and search for that stuff. So I feel like they can get away with it. Like people aren't going to question it. They're going to be like, okay, this is cool. Like, what happened to the stranger? That's cool. It's whatever. I'm playing a new game.
She didn't have enough time. Awesome. She was like, she
had enough time to be in the next game. So she's doing something else.
Don't have enough time to explain why I don't have enough time to be in the next game.
Pretty much. But before I go to this next, the finale, was there any other game that they showed?
They showed
VR stuff, right? Like a lot of different VR.
Yeah, a lot of VR stuff.
They're really doubling down on VR, which for them is very important because they have the most accessible VR kit in the industry right now.
Yep, you're right.
For them, it's very important, and they are clearly doing very good because PlayStation VR still has a lot of buzz. So that's good that they showed some VR.
What makes me happy with that is that they don't stop. Like they're not like Xbox where they have a Connect and they just stop talking about it. Sony was always the one to release something and the artist to push it. Like
Vita.
I was gonna say the
Vita. Vita dead
because the Vita was dying, but they still tried really, really hard to like give it reason to come back. And I think that's what's cool about VR is they're really gonna try with VR because VR is here to stay. Honestly,
I don't know if they tried to revive the Vita. Like I feel like they dropped Vita pretty quickly. But with VR, it's very obvious VR is doing a lot better than Vita. And it's very obvious VR is going to continue to be an interest in the gaming industry for many years to come. As soon as we get the price drop, it's a wrap. Like it's the only thing that keeps it from flying is that it's not accessible. Like it's not affordable. Like people don't want to spend $500, $400 on VR because they want to get a like, hey, that's console money. Well, that is. Yep. And right now it's not that affordable, but Sony is leading the way because Sony can be credited with being one of the people that has brought VR more into the mainstream because they have a very accessible, even though it's very expensive, it is a lot more accessible as a VR kit to the casual consumer than any other VR kit we have right now. So Sony has done a really, really good job of bringing VR to more people because the reality is they've probably done it better than anyone else has right now as a company. So Sony's doing a good job with VR. I'm excited to see more right now. I can't really get into it because I don't know.
Supposedly Microsoft I'm surprised Microsoft didn't actually talk about VR because they announced their whole partnership with was it Oculus? Like Oculus is going to be usable on Xbox at some point. So I'm surprised they didn't say one thing about it. Yeah, like years ago, it was like a year or two ago, they actually announced, hey, we're not making our own VR, but we're going to partner with Oculus about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen that much on it.
I think the reason why they didn't look at that is because they're trying to recover from all the loss that they had with Xbox One. And so they know that they need to focus on games. So new hardware that's going to compete with 4K and all that. And then all these games that they want to bring to the forefront. That's also going to be part of the Windows Store and all that. So I think that's why they're not trying to confuse the message with also VR.
Yeah. They don't want to give you too much, and on your plane you can't understand it. And like, what the heck? Like, what do I get? Do they want me to buy this or this or this? So it makes sense. Marketing wise, it makes sense.
I mean, they could have been like 4K Minecraft. Oh, also VR Minecraft. Let's go.
There you go. 4K VR Minecraft.
You know what's better than Minecraft? Knack 2.
Ooh. Knack 2 wasn't even shown during their conference, even though Knack 2 had a release date outside the conference, like right before their conference went live. They didn't really show it, which is surprising. But also, I think my personal opinion is they used Knack to show the PS4's power because it had like all these different pieces to form him, and it showed, hey, our console can like render all these different separate pieces.
I'm pretty sure Sony knew Knack was not going to be a good game, but they're like, dude, like this is a fantastic demo.
Take that back. Best game ever. I enjoyed it. I got a platinum in Knack 1. So
did you? You platinum
what else
Knack
did
1?
brush your shoulder off. Brush your shoulder off.
Nice.
What else did they show? They
Knack
showed
2.
before we get to the finale that Ab is so excited to talk about. They also showed Detroit Become Human, which
Yep.
looks
Oh
like,
yes, which is
it
weird.
looks
That's another
very
one.
cool.
That's no release date again.
Another
Still no
yeah.
release date.
They showed a
I'm
big
very
demo.
surprised.
They showed a big demo in 2016, and now boom, 2017, and still no demo. All right, no date.
Release date.
Yep.
They're gonna once again. They're probably gonna do it at the Sony Experience or at GDC or something like that later this summer. So that was
looks nice. It looks nice.
Yeah.
I have always liked. I've always liked the what do you call it? What are the
Heavy
games?
Rain. It was Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls.
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Indigo Prophecy.
I've always enjoyed those games, so this one will be cool.
Yeah, this is
they also showed a bunch of VR games, which I don't think we need to go too far into. They show. Actually, no. I think it's your time, Ab.
I think it's time for the finale.
Let's have it.
So this game is close to my heart because I've been in love with this specific hero for too long, and no matter how bad the games were, I would play them. The movie games, we all hate movie games, right? Oh, The Matrix on PS2. And this game, Insomniac, has come out with Spider-Man. It's just called Spider-Man. Insomniac Spider-Man. And they finally showed gameplay of this game, and it looks fantastic.
It does.
It's coming out next year,
does.
which makes me sad. I expected it to come out close to the movie, which made sense to me. But it's worth it. It's worth the wait. And this game is another open world Spider-Man game that focuses on environment with fighting, which is awesome because the other games were all about button mashing and execution. Now it's all about using the environment to do those executions and still combos, and it looks amazing. The Spider-Man demo they showed looks fantastic. And
I was
like,
it just looks like the perfect fit for the style of game that Sony loves to do.
It's also exclusive to PS4, which is huge.
Very huge, and it's the perfect style of game Sony loves to do, of a really good mix of meaty regular gameplay, but also a good balance of QuickTime events and prompted things that make you feel like you are like a badass in the game. It's just a very Sony style game, and I am excited for it because it looks really cool.
And they're making their own story. They have full control over the story.
Here's the thing. Now, I agree with you guys. It looks amazing. I'm excited about it. I like this whole blend of action meets QuickTime and all that. But how much of that, what that they showed, do you think is E3, let's make sure this looks good, versus what's actually going to be in the game? Because
I think it's going to be in the game.
You think?
Honestly.
I think so.
Because in the past Spider-Man games had the same exact kind of segments. There would be parts where you're fighting, goes to the QuickTime event, you're swinging, QuickTime event. So that's what Spider-Man games are all about. They at least the movie games are similar to it.
It looked really smooth though. To the I just don't know how they can have that much freedom without it being on essentially on rails.
I don't know. Well, because the thing is, it wasn't really on rails. You have these when you're swinging around, you're very magnetic to where you're going. And you have a lot of magnetic controls when you're on these things. So you could tell they had freedom. The thing that got me most interested, though, was when we got into the actual combat, where there is no magnetism. And it reminded me a lot of Arkham Asylum style fighting, which is like the best way to do any, like, what's the word? Beat 'em up game. Like any of the Rocksteady Arkham games have fantastic combat that is insanely fun, and seeing Spider-Man pretty much go that same route has me really excited that we aren't just going to have a very magnetic and, I guess, sticky control game throughout the entire thing. So I think there's going to be a good balance. I hope that it isn't what Tefty is describing, where how much of that
it's not.
Really
I hope not
E3.
too. But again, it's
during the
E3 stage.
They had a panel.
It is still E3 stage, but I do think that Sony has a really good habit of not showing off more than what the game actually has. So,
and during the E3 Coliseum panel, Jeff Keighley had an E3 Coliseum where during like the 2 days of E3, the first 2 days of E3, they brought people and developers, and they talked about Spider-Man. They talked about how they had to practice for that because it does take skill, and they're actually praying that the person playing during the conference would get it right, because you can actually fail that segment, you can lose the helicopter, and you can mess up. So they were getting scared when he like hit a wall and he had to like go through the staircases on the side of the building, and all that you can mess up on. Like it's not on rails. Like Spider-Man games have always been about following someone here and there, and how to do it. Do I want to run up the building? Do I want to go around the building? Do I want to do this and that? So they did reassure everyone that this is something that you do have control over, and you can lose it. Like, you can lose the helicopter and fail the mission.
That's great. I mean, if that is the case, then I'm excited about it. It looks great. Looks like a really fun title. But my E3 senses are like, okay, let's buffer it.
My Spidey senses.
I understand 100%. E3 is like that. Like Anthem, I doubt when we see Anthem again, it's to be exactly like they showed it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what E3 is. E3 is about showing you the new games, and then they'll show it again more realistically. So that's what it's about, and then that's understandable why you felt that way, for sure.
Still looks good. I'm still very excited. I think everyone is super excited.
They did a great job.
Sony's conference was. It's exactly what we talked about. It was a very safe conference.
It was a safe conference, yeah.
That's really all they needed to do. They could play safe and it would still be a good conference. And Sony has really set the standard of presentations or should I say lack of presentations, because it seemed like everyone did a little more of a Sony approach this year. It was like, yeah, let's just kind of like throw some fucking games on screen for a little bit.
Yeah, it was really dope the way they did it. But there was one company that just went in and never went out.
Nintendo!
Oh my god, Nintendo killed it
went in
unbelievably. Like this, I've never been this hyped for a Nintendo. Like, what do they call it? It's not a press conference. It's a showcase. It was Nintendo Showcase.
Spotlight.
Yeah, it was the showcase, Nintendo Showcase, and they killed it. They were just new games. Those new games we haven't seen yet, games we didn't never talked about. It was just boom, surprise, coming to Switch.
Boom.
They killed it. They Rocket League's coming to Switch. They also confirmed it's crossplay between Xbox One, PC, and Switch.
Where you at, Sony? Please.
Sony actually denied it.
We could talk about that later.
But yeah, that's crazy. But it was dope for Nintendo to finally be on board with this. They're finally catching up with like today's standards.
They're finally
saying,
catching
let's do
up.
it.
And they have the perfect console.
It's
they have
weird,
the perfect
honestly.
console to catch up.
It's really weird, right?
It's weird for Nintendo to be like, hey,
yes.
yeah, let's do crossplay. Like,
dude, you know,
because they're always been so close-minded.
Yeah.
A year ago, I was so scared for Nintendo, and then they released the Switch. They have all this third-party support.
Happy.
They're working with so many companies now. Like, they have learned so quickly, and it is just, they have such a cool piece of hardware that is the perfect opportunity for them to learn quickly.
Yeah.
Because
they're killing it.
Look at this thing. I have it right next to me. It just looks so cool.
It's amazing. They announced Kirby. They had an official Kirby.
Kirby! Oh my god!
They got
my 12-year-old person came out.
The Yoshi game looks awesome.
The new Yoshi
looks
World
so
2
good.
kind of game.
Yep.
Looks so dope. They announced the Fire Emblem Warriors. They
Oh.
announced a Metroid Prime 4, which surprised everyone from left
Metroid
field.
Prime 4. That's such
Okay.
a meme too. The fact that there's no Metroids is like, yo, where's Sonic? Yo, where's Sam? Yo, where's Sam? It's like right here, Metroid 4. Suck
But
it.
it was just a title screen.
It doesn't matter.
just the title.
It doesn't matter.
That's what
Tefty.
it's about.
It's
Nintendo.
happening. It's Metroid 4, Tefty. I'm hyped as
Listen,
fuck about it.
I'm
okay?
super excited about Metroid. I love the franchise.
You back off,
Metroid
Sam. It's
Prime.
okay. You back
Metroid
off her.
Prime was one of my all-time favorite games ever. So when I see Metroid Prime 4, I'm like, oh my god. But I'm also thinking, is this going to be 4 or 5 years away?
Don't you take this away from me.
I don't think it'll be 4 or 5 years away because like Nintendo. I don't know. I don't want to speak. I don't know how they do it, but I doubt it's be 4 or 5 years away. Nintendo doesn't roll like that.
I'm getting
Nintendo
so
will roll
excited
like-
just talking about the stuff Nintendo showed off. Like they did everything so right.
Mhm.
The Pokken tournament, I'm excited to play. I love fighting Pokken people, Pokemon things.
Pokken.
They showed. I got hype as shit. Gold and Silver are coming out for the Virtual Console on 3DS,
Which is awesome. And they
Which is
also
insane.
said, hey guys, we're working on a Switch Pokemon game. Hey, it's not coming out this year and probably not
Dude,
next year, but we're doing it.
The fact they confirmed
Just like Metroid
it
Prime.
makes it so hype. Tefty, but these are games that we never expected Nintendo to do, and they're like, yeah, like we're doing them. And
They're
it's
doing
like,
it,
oh
exactly.
my god!
We for sure expected, but we're like, they have to do Pokemon.
But
And
the fact
I
that it's
think they're doing
happening on a
Stars.
main console, it's just the Switch
Yeah, it's
hardware
the
makes
first
everything
time
so
they're
much
doing
more
it.
hype. The fact we're
It's the
getting
first time they're doing
Metroid
that
4 on
a home
real
console.
hardware. We're getting Pokemon on a real hardware,
Mhm.
not like 3DS. It's just, it is so
I'll
exciting.
actually
you know?
play a Pokemon game.
That's
You'll
right,
actually
you
play
will.
Pokemon with us.
I'm gonna stream
be
a
so much
Pokemon game,
fun.
guys.
It's gonna be exciting.
Nintendo brought
Oh
the
my
heat.
god! They also
we talk
confirmed
about-
off the outside of that, Miyamoto did confirm Pikmin 4. You see they're working on Pikmin 4. They just couldn't show it.
Yep.
They also showed another Metroid game off stream.
Oh, yeah, for
coming out
3DS. Yep.
For 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a remake of Return of Samus, something like that. It was the second Metroid game. They were remaking it for 3DS.
We got the core Pokemon game. We also got Xenoblade.
Xenoblade 2,
which looks really cool.
Xenoblade look cool. Yeah, that's gonna be great.
The graphics
great
look
for Switch.
very surprisingly good. I like the art style that they went with.
It's really cool.
And then we also got. What else did we get?
Oh, they announced the day for Mario.
Oh, Mario Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, Mario Odyssey. It's coming out this year.
They showed more gameplay, how you could take over characters and enemies with your hat, and you can become them. Oh, that was so cool.
You throw your hat on the frog, you're the frog. I'm like,
hey,
throw your hat on the T-Rex, you're the T-Rex.
You can become an Uber driver. You are the Uber car.
Throw your hat on the Uber, you're the Uber. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You see the gif on Twitter? Mario throws a hat and lands on the cat, and the cat jumps up.
Yeah,
starts
yeah,
jumping.
I saw that.
There's
So good.
this tweet that made me laugh so hard with. It was like when Xbox came out, well, check this out. We have a quantum computing processor with Nintendo bursts in. You throw your hat on the frog and you're the frog. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nintendo's at it again.
Oh man,
they just did a fantastic job. To me, that was my show of E3. Like Nintendo just blew me away. They made me want games.
Really good.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is I honestly for a while, for a very long time, forgot how creative Nintendo is in their games, and that is what got me into gaming in the first place.
Yep.
Is creativity. And sometimes I forget when I'm shooting Atheon that not even every now and then, I want a lot of creativity in my games. I want meaty things to do and have fun. When I explain the game to people, it makes no sense, and that's what makes it even better. It's like, that's what I want.
If they didn't show you
throw
enough
that
reason,
and then you become
E3,
the frog. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh, the frog!
What game are you playing? Where I'm playing this game where I have this hat, and if I throw the hat on people, I possess these monsters, and I become these monsters. What? What the fuck? Okay.
That sounds amazing. Where can I buy this? It's like if this doesn't this isn't giving enough reason to want to Switch. I honestly don't know what. This year is packed for the Switch. We have ARMS came out yesterday. We have Splatoon 2 coming out in July. We have the Mario Rabbids coming out in August. We have Mario Odyssey coming out later this year. Like so many.
Doesn't it come out at the same time as Destiny 2 on PC?
Yes,
I think so.
It comes out
October 24th.
After, yes.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. Nintendo did a really good job.
5 days actually, right? 27th. Yeah. So no, 3 days.
Oh, it's the 27th. My bad. Yeah.
It's the same week.
Yeah, 27th. So Mario Odyssey comes out. I'm assuming that Friday.
Yeah, they come on Fridays. That's
Friday,
Nintendo games. They always come on a Friday.
Oh man, that's gonna suck. I'm still gonna make all the time in the world to play that, dude.
That would be so good. And so we talk about the conferences. The conferences were fantastic. We can all agree this E3 was a great one.
This E3 was fantastic for gamers, and that's what I liked about it.
100%.
Yep.
And it was Tefty's first experience at E3, right?
It was. Yeah, it was my first time going to E3, which I was honored. It also got to be on the PC Gamer stage, so that was kind of like a double whammy right there. So really cool first E3.
It was also open to the public, which is not normal. They don't usually do that often.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people who usually go there yearly weren't a fan of that because it made it difficult for them to get to their appointments or play the games.
Yep.
So it's understandable. So and I guess as a content creator perspective for you, like people who go there, I hope they limit it some more.
They just have to. They need an industry day, so it's not chaos every single day.
Yeah. I guess like the first day should be only for the industry or something. Like that first day should just be for content creators and the industry and all that stuff. But with all the E3 hype, what is your game of this? Like, what is the game for you this E3?
Okay, so aside from Destiny 2, because obviously I'm crazy hyped for that.
Aside from D2, we no D2.
Yeah, aside from D2.
I think honestly for me, I am the most excited about Anthem. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Anthem means more loot, open world, fighting stuff, like things that we really enjoy about Destiny. I cannot wait to see another game that can actually become a quote unquote competitor to Destiny because I love playing games like that. I'm a huge fan of Borderlands. Obviously, Destiny is huge. Like I want more games like that.
We love the loot. We do love the loot. Are you going with the same thing, Blue?
It's for me. It's hard. I was initially gonna say Anthem, but
I said it.
God of War is a game that I was gonna say Odyssey as well, but God, like I'm just so interested in this God of War game. Like I don't know what it is about this game that has me so intrigued.
He looks so
It's the beard.
cinematic.
You get to play as Tefty.
Yeah, we get the
play as
beard.
Tefty.
Everything about that game looks insanely good. So for me, my game I am looking forward to the most is probably God of War, because I love the God of War games, and just the setting of it is so much different, but still so similar to what we have always done in God of War. It just makes me so interested. It's not a reboot, but in a way it does feel like a reboot, and
a
reboot that
feels like it for sure.
A reboot that feels
like it.
Still feels so faithful to it,
what we love,
to what it is. So I'm really excited for God of War. God of War is my game of the show. I'm really excited for it.
And I'm going to be super left field, like super like PogChamp unexpected. My game of the show, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Dragon Ball. My God. We didn't even talk about Dragon Ball. Fighter
I did it on purpose. I wanted to be like, we got to give it its own thing. Like Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
It looks insane.
Fighting game. They brought it back.
Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball Z.
And they're calling it 2.5. It's a 2.5 kind of fighting game. It's 3v3. It looks like the creators of Guilty Gear, which they make their game look like an anime. They make it look like it's a cartoon, but they're all 3D models still. And it's going to be the first time in a very long time we get like a legitimate Dragon Ball Z fighting game that's not just ability spam. And it looks amazing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, YouTube it. The gameplay looks fantastic and fast-paced. It looks amazing. I'm telling you, Dragon Ball Fighter Z is coming out. They confirmed early 2018. So I'm excited. Like I cannot wait. I love Dragon Ball Z. Love this since I was a kid. And I cannot. I'm going to be playing that game so much.
It looks so good. It looks fantastic.
So much.
Yep.
Looks good.
Hell yeah.
And that is our game of the show. We have Tefty with Anthem. He wants that Borderlands looter shooter inside. Abna wants himself a DBZ weeb game where he can become a god at fighting. Frieza! And then Blue wants that 6'6" Sony Santa Monica Naughty Dog style God of War in my mouth. Oh my God. E3.
You're going to take this dick, Blue.
Great. I think E3 overall this year was really solid.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Not that much risk taking, but at the same time, like they didn't really need to. Like we know,
we're into like a mature console cycle right now. Like it's not.
We're in a very mature console cycle. We don't need to be taking risks, but I want more games. The Switch, my console of the show is the Switch. Like God,
same.
Switch is pulling out the stops. I'm very excited to be a Switch owner now.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy to be a Switch owner right now. Like
I feel like I used to feel like when I went on my Nintendo, I was playing like my grandma's console. Because like, dude, like this thing is like it doesn't play well with the other ones. Like nobody really like wants to play with it. Like, yeah, it plays like Zelda and Mario and like every other game that always gets played on it. But now at the Switch, it's like this thing is.
You get to play Rocket League.
You get to play whatever you want, and you can take it anywhere you want. I can go to sleep playing Rocket League. Does that not sound dope?
I can play Skyrim while pooping? Like, what?
Damn right you can. You poop while you play Skyrim, damn it.
Oh, man. And before Fallout 4 comes out for the Switch next year. Guess I won't buy it.
Well, I think that's the E3 roundup. This was our longest podcast to date, guys.
Yeah, I expected it.
349 days until E3, guys.
Yep. It's going to be a great fall. I'm excited about all these games coming out. Can't wait.
I'm excited to be a gamer, honestly. I'm excited just for games in general. Like, if you love games, this week was for you.
Yep,
it was awesome.
Exactly. That's how it felt.
If you have a Switch, this week was for you.
Yeah, and then we got the beta coming out for Destiny 2 in July.
Oh, yes.
And then we got the PC beta coming out in August. And then we got Destiny 2 with the release date. It was moved up to September 6th on there. So it's exciting to be a Destiny gamer as well. So that's the podcast, guys. Thanks for listening.
Boys and girls.
My name is Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch my streams, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. 6 p.m. Pacific start times and all that action.
And I am VersusTheStream. You guys can call me Versus. You guys can talk to me on Twitter at VersusTheStream. You guys can catch my live streams every single day daily, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/VersusTheStream. And check out my YouTube content at youtube.com/VersusTheInternet.
You guys can beat me, BlueWestlo at BlueWestlo on Twitter. Check me out, twitch.tv/BlueWestlo, and on YouTube, youtube.com/BlueWestlo.
Yeah.
Saucy.
Sauce up. Get lost in the sauce, guys. Bye.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.